Alright, continued. Now, here is a letter from Joseph Retort. Okay, here is his signature too. Intake supervisor. One copy went to George Simmons, regional director. And here's the heading of it. It's a PHRC. Alright. It's sent on May 16th, 2007. Okay. Now the whole issue, I came there to submit a report on discrimination from a previous working place, but in course of my trying to submit a complaint, I got discriminated within the very PHRC by this black lady who tried to tell me, you know, what discrimination is. So, you know, basically that she was showing me her skin color. Like, I told her I'm dark. She's like, no, this is dark. Like, I hate this camera and this low tech of mine. And all that patronizing stuff. And I was there on several occasions, alright, trying to get another person to work with to help me with a complaint. But every time something happens, every time, you know, you come in there and they treat you like an idiot. So I finally filed a complaint against the very PHRC, to both EEOC and PHRC. And here's Joseph Retort, supervisor. He's not the most pleasant man to talk to either. But he said, regarding questionnaire dropped off in the regional office on May 4th, 2007. Dear Mr. Gadanovich, on May 4th, 2007, you visited the Pittsburgh regional office to let me judge, because you would not believe what it says in here. Alright. On May 4th, you visited the Pittsburgh regional office to drop off a completed questionnaire. In that questionnaire, you indicate that you would like to file a complaint against the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission. You also spoke with the regional director about your concerns. This matter, including thorough review of your questionnaire, has been completed with the regional director. The regional director requested I respond to your completed questionnaire and the concerns that you raised. Your written narrative, Your written narrative indicates that you have problems with the level of service from regional office staff. Oh, that's an understatement. Furthermore, your questionnaire indicates that I engaged in some sort of cover-up. I disagree with your interpretation of what occurred. My disagreement with your assessment is based upon the following. You visited the regional office on January 15th to discuss the alleged problems that you were having and your desire to file a complaint of discrimination. You spoke with two of the intake investigators. Now, I want to stop reading here, and I'm just going to go through it quickly here, because I said basically all that I had to say. Let's see if I distance it here. Alright, here it goes again. During our meeting on January 15th, I answered every question that you had about the information. Okay. See there. Okay. The second page. Okay. Questions were solicited. Further responses from your indicated children. Okay, now the only further date that appears, Commission intake records indicate that on the next day, January 16, 2007, you returned to the regional office and speak with the last member of the intake staff. Records reflect that this person spent additional time with you and supplied information concerning the finding of any possible. Okay. Now, none of this matters what he says further or after, because what I was actually there on with every intake person, and with him I was there before January 15th. Okay, so there were 3 different meetings, and the intake records will show that. What matters here, though, is that January 15th is the Martin Luther King's Day, alright? So what he's saying here, united we stand. If the black person discriminates you, you should keep your mouth shut, know your place and stuff like that. Now Joseph Retort, he's a white guy, and George A. Simmons, he's a black guy. So white guy is kissing up to the black guy to whom he says has submitted the copy of this. And George Simmons saw it and it was good. That's what I see in that. But the fact of the matter is, no office of PHRC was opened on January 15th, and he repeats it twice. And he even goes as to be hypocritical enough to say, your question here indicates that I engaged in some sort of cover-up, even though he's doing like obvious cover-up here. I mean, he must have had fun writing this letter. He must have had fun. Here it says cover up. I mean, it's like whoever reads this, and is born in USA will know that I'm jerking this guy around. So if you ever run into this kind of letter, just jerk around with him some more, and there is his credibility to back it up. And that's what's going on. Now, this is the kind of life I'm living here, alright? I'm still looking forward, not forward, but looking at the possibility at ending up homeless yet again. I have no job, I have like $100 left. My rent is due. I mean, this is my, constantly, I'm having these kinds of problems. People just not wanting to leave me alone. And I have to explain my reason for existence to just about every freak out there, but that's what's going on. And the reason I'm telling you all this is that I don't hate this country. There are good people everywhere, there are bad people everywhere, and I also needed to expose this so that my friends and family don't think that money falls from the trees around here. You would be surprised at the image USA has around the world. It's mostly acquired through the movies or whatever, but they will not show, the truth, because there is image to keep up. It's very political decision on behalf of the media, and that's what's going on. Now, the only Americans who will feel bad that I exposed what I exposed are the decent ones, and there is nobody to blame. This doesn't say much about the country. It does say a lot about media and the attitude of the government, but it's still like 10 times better than in my country. Nonetheless, this is what's going on. This is why. And the reason I chose Cuba is not to mess with the government of USA. That's the last thing anybody should do. But there is courage in there, alright? There is courage that is not present in your government or mine. And I need to be surrounded with that if I'm to produce something that is inspiring to my people, to the whole country, Bosnians. And I can't do that in the country whose government might take that and in 100 years from now kill a million people because they gain credibility with helping me for it. So that's the thing too. I don't want to have that in my conscience. Alright?